The kids' footsteps hammered against the wet grass, their screams tearing through the silence of the night. In the doorway stood a shadow, its form flickering like a dying bulb. The chorus of whispers inside it suddenly ground to a halt, as if the world's volume had been turned down. I didn't hesitate. I lunged, grabbed my kids' hands, and yanked them back through the window. Their small bodies tumbled onto the grass, breaths ragged, eyes wide with terror. The ground beneath us felt wrong. Too soft, like we were standing on nothing solid. Behind me, the bedroom window shattered, glass raining down. The shadow leaned out, its hollow face stretching into something almost human, twisting into a smile. "Mommy," it whispered, "you can't outrun us. We're already in." The air grew colder, heavier, like a door to another world had just been cracked open. The fence behind us snapped in half, pulled inward. The trees bent, their branches scraping the ground, roots lifting as if crawling from the earth. I dragged the kids down the driveway, my bare feet burning on the gravel, my heart pounding in my ears. The only light came from our neighbor's window, soft, yellow, safe. "Almost there," I panted. "Keep running. Don't look back." One of my twins tripped, crying out. I scooped her up with one arm, still hauling my son by the other hand, my muscles screaming in protest. The house behind us groaned, a living, collapsing thing. The shadow's voice whispered again, from everywhere and nowhere at once. "You can run, but you can't hide. We're already in your dreams." Just then, the front door of the nearest house flew open, spilling light into the yard. Mrs. Gray, my neighbor, stood there, her face pale. "Get inside," she shouted. "Now!" We stumbled across the threshold. The moment I was inside, the cold that had been chasing us vanished, as if a switch had been flipped. The house behind me went completely silent. Mrs. Gray slammed the door, bolted it, and leaned against it, breathing hard. The kids collapsed onto the couch, sobbing into the cushions. I stood there, shaking. "Did you see it?" I whispered. "The thing in the house?" She looked at me, eyes wide. "I saw the lights, the windows, the way your house was." Breathing. She swallowed hard. "I didn't see what was inside, but I felt it." The kids' sobs, soft, in the corner. The TV flickered to life, showing only static. The sound was deafening, trying to fill the silence. And then the shadow's voice came again, not from outside, but from the TV itself. "Mommy, we're not finished." The static cleared for a second. I saw our house, dark and still, but in my bedroom window, a faint silhouette stood watching us, watching me. One of the twins whispered, "Mommy, that's us." The shadow's voice returned, softer now, almost tender. Mommy opened the door. Mommy let us in. We're part of the family now. The screen went black, the static returning, louder, almost painful. The sound filled the room. The kids' eyes widened. "Mommy," one whispered, "do you hear it?" I did. From the hallway, the kitchen, the bike door, a slow, deliberate scratching like fingernails on the floor. The shadow's voice echoed through the house, coming from the walls, the floor, the ceiling. "Mommy, we're already in." The lights flickered once, twice, then went out, plunging the room into darkness. The only sound left was the quiet sobs of my children and the scratching of something that should unbe there. The shadow's voice whispered one last time, so close it felt like it was breathing into my ear. Mommy, you can't escape. We're in your house. We're in your mind. We're in your heart. And then my phone buzzed. The screen lit up, the same name flashing across it. Mom. The voice on the other end whispered, "Let us in. We're all in now." I squeezed my eyes shut. The shadow's hand touched my cheek, a touch like ice, like death. Just as it leaned in, I heard it. A faint, distant sound on the wind. "Mommy, Mommy, help me, my kids!" Still alive, still screaming for me. The shadow froze, its form rippling. The chorus of whispers broke apart. The lights flickered wildly. Pictures cracked. Windows shattered. I opened my eyes. The shadow recoiled, its form distorting as the kids' voices grew louder, closer. They were coming back for me. The shadow turned towards the window, its voice deepening, impossible to ignore. Its hand reached for me, colder than before, but I didn't flinch. My kids were coming. Then the room went dark and silent. The shadow faded, its voice a ghost in the air. My kids' voices were gone. The phone buzzed again. Same name, same voice. Let in. We're all in now.